up, guys? How's it going?
Welcome to our Coach Insider.
Glad you are on this evening or this afternoon. Really appreciate y'all's time, and thanks for taking 5-10 minutes, however long we'll be on, to listen to our story and listen to what
a coach is.
What a coach is. So Thank you so much for being here.
Yeah. So my name is Brittany Sewell.
And I am Miguel Sewell.
We are married, and so we're going to start out this by telling you a little bit about our story. So let me start by saying I used to work full-time for a university here, and in 2014 I became a mom. We became parents. Sorry, usually I tell my story. We became parents, and we had our son in April 2014. And as a woman, as a mom, I had gone to grad school. I have a graduate degree in counseling, but I always knew, even in grad school, like, I just want to be a mom. Like, when I become a mom, I want to stay home. I want to be a mom. I'm made to do this, right? So we had our first baby, and it was like, okay, I'm taking my maternity leave, but I'm planning to quit after, because I know I'm supposed to do this, right? And we did not have it all figured out. Miguel worked at a full-time job,
insurance company,
that did not pay nearly enough money, and we did not have enough money for me quitting what he was making to pay our bills. But we still knew, like, we're supposed to do this. I'm called to do this. We know the Lord's telling us to do this. So we took what I like to call a faith risk. I quit my job in 2014 that summer and became a stay-at-home mom. I was also a yoga instructor, so I was teaching as many classes as possible. I was taking little jobs. I did like some social media stuff for a company here. I was just doing anything that I could do to make ends meet, because I wanted to stay home. I wanted to be able to help. I had to help with bills for us to make it. And so a lot of times, a lot of weeks, it looked like Miguel coming home full time, me passing out the baby, and me going to teach a yoga class, which took an hour and a half to 2 hours to get there, do the class, come back. And it just wasn't that fun. Like, I mean, I enjoyed yoga, I enjoyed teaching, but it wasn't fun for him to come home from work and me to jet out and leave the baby. And sometimes, I mean, I could teach up to 5 to 6 classes a week if it came to it, just to make ends meet, because we had to make the money, right?
What's up, Melinda?
Hi, Melinda. Thanks for joining.
Thanks for joining.
And then in 2015, Miguel from
Mr. Blake Allen.
Hey, Blake. Miguel actually got fired from his job. So I was doing every job possible to make ends meet so I could be a stay-at-home mom. Miguel was working a job that he wasn't that happy at.
I love that you say I got fired, because I was ready to leave.
But you got fired. Okay, so he got fired. I mean, it was like a hit to our pride, but we had been praying about him leaving and us going full-time with his custom carpentry job. But he got fired, and it was like, oh, that hurts a little to our pride. But I guess the Lord's like, we're doing this quicker than y'all had planned. And so we really prayed about it, and we felt like the Lord said, go all in with working for ourselves, being self-employed. So we did. And the Lord, thankfully and faithfully, has provided month after month after month for us, which is amazing. Well, then in 2016, I'm pregnant with our next baby, and this was nearly 2 years ago to the date, a few weeks ago. And I have known about Beachbody. I've done Beachbody workouts in 2009 when we got married. I did Beachbody workouts to get fit. It was awesome. And so I've known about it. I thought about being a Beachbody coach for years, but it just never was there, never was right. And I was already doing online boot camps and things like that. Like I said, doing everything to make ends meet so that I could stay home with my kids. Just trying to make money so that we could do it. And he was working self-employed then. And finally, 2 weeks before I was due with my daughter. So many people say, it's just not the right time. I don't know if it's the right time. It's never the right time, right? It's never the right time. So I was 2 weeks until I was going to have my baby, and I decided to jump in and become a Beachbody coach. And it has been amazing since. Like, it really... It's just enabled us so many things. So, I mean, it's gradually grown. I shared our income progression in this group. If you haven't seen it, there's a picture posted below, a few posts below, of our income progression, and it's just grown and grown and grown. And the more we go all in with Beachbody, the more we really cling to our vision for why we're doing this, the bigger it grows, and the more we lead with our passion and help others. I'm just telling you, before we get into like what is a Beachbody coach, I just want to say it's flipping fun. Like, even this year, over the past since January, because I'm still like a fitness instructor, and I was teaching some classes last year. I felt like God told me to stop teaching as many classes outside my home and pour more into Beachbody and be home more. And I gave up a lot of my fitness classes, and still a lot of that is like, that's controlled income, right? Like, I know if I go teach this yoga class, I'm going to get this amount of income. If I go teach this yoga intensive weekend, I'm going to get this amount of income. And it feels comfortable, it feels right. But the Lord was like, no, if you go all in with Beachbody for us, that he was going to provide more, and he has. And just more success has come this past couple months as we've dived more in as we've obeyed the Lord, taking a risk. I love to call them faith risks because that's what they are. You risk, but you trust the Lord in it. And so it's fun. And it's just fun to be part of other people's health journey and invest in people. So that's kind of our story.
Yeah.
And we, even just like, we are big dreamers. We believe that you can do anything you put your mind to, and that you have so many great things inside of you. And we hate to see people sitting in like a fear of money or fear of things and not going after their dreams and their purpose and what you're created for. So we really feel like Beachbody is an avenue to help people create businesses that are going to help propel them into their dreams and what they're made for. And even for us, like, I guess, I can't remember if it was after we became parents or right around the time we were becoming parents, I felt like the Lord spoke to us about our home and our family, and that we were going to look different, and that Miguel was going to be home more. And that's why when he got fired and became self-employed, we felt like it was right. But even now, we feel like the Lord's calling us more into that, and that it's going to look like more of Beachbody together, so that he can be home even more. Because even though he's self-employed, he's still gone a lot working. And so we're praying for even bigger dreams and bigger goals with this company and what we're doing, and it's happening. So let's chat about what is a coach.
Well, I mean, I just want to add into the fact that, there's so many times where you're like working all week for the weekend, and like you're like you're celebrating Friday afternoon because you don't have to work.
Yeah.
You're celebrating, and so much of your time is like spent working just to enjoy the weekend.
Yeah.
And it's a point of like unhappiness. It's a point of like
weird tension.
Just a tension because you're working 5 days so you can enjoy 2 days.
Well, I've heard that about like we work our whole life to pay for our houses that we barely spend any time in.
Yeah.
Like it's so true. And one thing I love is just being in our house and enjoying our home. And yeah, I can't imagine.
So really a lot of that is just freedom. I mean, and not doing, I understand people, have to, desire to have corporate careers or
yeah, for sure. And we respect that
whether
and love
teacher,
that.
lawyer, nurse, doctor, I respect that people want to, help people in those ways, serve people in those ways. But there's also this tension or, I guess, potential for more, for more freedom, for more, more opportunity, more potential to get outside your box. And so, and that's what I've seen for Beachbody for us, is that it's allowed us to get outside of our box and
dream a little bigger
and have freedom and have more, a pursuit, our actual real pursuit of happiness, rather than just like, a desire of happiness. Like there's been a pursuit of happiness. And so, for so long, maybe you're not in the stage, or maybe you are, but you're like, man, I need this, or, this would make me just, that pursuit of happiness is so real, is if I could, have Fridays, do this or do that. So,
and so I will say, before we start talking about what is a coach, I understand, and I want to just say different ones of us here are going to have different desires for this, and that's fine. For us, the desire is to be fully self-employed with Beachbody, to have more time freedom for our family, because we have 2 kids and we're going to be growing more. I'm not saying eventually we're going to have more kids, and so we're a growing young family, and so we want as much time with our kids as possible. But we also understand there's people here with careers, and maybe you just want enough money to pay your loans off that you accrued in student debt, so that you can have more freedom to do stuff and more money freedom. Maybe it's you're at a further stage in your career and you just want more, maybe a little bit different of a purpose, or you are on your own health journey and you're like, I feel like I could really help people with this, and why not make extra money doing it? There's all different avenues, all different stories and journeys here, and we want to say we respect that and we want to help you do that. But what we want to help you do is just find that freedom and fun and purpose in this and joy in this, so that you can have freedom to do what you need to do as your life evolves and as your life changes and as things happen. And so we just have seen so many people be suppressed by money and the burden of money and the burden of debt, and we believe that this is a great way to change that in your life and have more time freedom and have more financial freedom and really have fun doing it, because it's fun. So let's get into what is a coach. So what is a coach? So a coach is really someone who is willing to share their story. You're willing to focus on your own health journey and then share that story with others and invite others into that. And something we hear a lot is well, I'm not a salesperson, or I just don't like the idea of selling. And like, we don't even look at it that way. Like, for me, I'm passionate about my own health and my own fitness, because also I see so many people suppressed by bad health, right? Like, whether it's diseases that hold you back, whether it's being overweight, whether it's just being unhealthy or unhappy with yourself. Maybe like your body doesn't even look that bad, but you don't feel comfortable, or you're not happy with what you look like or whatever. And so it keeps you from being confident. It keeps you from either physically being able to live out what you're called to, or having the confidence to do things. And so I'm passionate about helping people get there, because I want people to live their happiest life, right? And so all you have to do is be willing to focus on your own journey, and then share that with others and invite others into that. And so that's kind of what it looks like.
Yeah, and I'll add, for being a coach, for me, I was tired of making excuses for myself. I was tired of like looking in the mirror and be like, oh man, you could be at this level if you didn't stop working out. Like, I hit these phases of like working out, and then I'd stop, and then 2-3 months later be like, man, you could, what's wrong with you? Like, you're not in the best shape of your life. You don't feel strong. You don't feel, energized. You just kind of feel blah. You're like, you kind of feel lazy, or feel in a rut, I guess. And so I think coaching brings this accountability to your life, as far as wanting to inspire, motivate, and coach and encourage others through their journey, as well as with yours, the journey that you're going on. Yeah. And so, I think that's a big thing about coaching, is that you become accountable not just to yourself but to others, but it also draws you into this like
deeper dedication to yourself.
Yeah, you're more committed to it. And so and that's what coaching is for me, is not like a check off list. Being a part of the community of coaching, I get to see other coaches that are going through the same thing I am, and they, it's 10 o'clock, 9 o'clock at night, and they're getting the workout in just because they know
they're dedicated to it.
They're dedicated and they need it. And so it encourages me significantly to, push through and put the time and effort into coaching.
Yeah. And I will say, another coach is going to go live tomorrow, and she's going to share more about that journey of how, so I'm not going to go into it too much, but a lot of people say, well, I'm not where I want to be, so I don't think I can do it until I get there, or like I haven't hit my weight goal, or I'm not as dedicated. And she's going to go into that, but that is a whole thing. And the thing is, you don't have to be. Like, we went on a fully earned Beachbody vacation back in April to Mexico. It was amazing. But you look around and you see all these people who do Beachbody coaching, and they're not perfect. Like, in your head, and you think about, you're going on a Beachbody vacation, like everyone's going to be like cut and fit, and like, yeah, but like not necessarily.
No,
it's it's just people who are willing to share their journey. It's honestly more encouraging to see that, because it's like, it's awesome that you like earned this trip, so you're like doing well in the business, and you're just willing to help people, and you're dedicated to your own journey, and it's incredible. They're not letting their own journey hold them back, but instead they're letting it propel them forward. And so like, I think that there's some quote about that, how like you can let your journey be what like holds you back, or you can let it be like what pushes you, and like let the negativity in your life be what pushes you forward and propels you. And so like, that's what we want to do here, right? And also, I'll just say, being part of a coaching community of like, whether it's online or in person, because we do like, yes, a lot of this business is online, so we're going to get into kind of what it looks like to do a Beachbody business, and like what it looks like to be a coach, but a lot of it is online. But there are some in-person events. We're going to one in 2 weeks, and then there's another one at the 1st of July. It's actually in Dallas, Texas, which we're going to take a lot of people to. It's so awesome, and it's cool to be.
It's so fun.
It's so fun, because you get around all these other people who are doing the same thing you are. They're doing it at their home. They're doing their workouts at their home or the gym. They're encouraging people. They have their groups of people online that they're encouraging. You see people get on stage and they're like, I've lost 100 pounds with these workouts. And it's like, their life is completely changed. Like last year we saw this lady's story, and she started her journey because she was going to ride a roller coaster with her son, and she didn't do it because she didn't know she could fit in the roller coaster. And she's like, I don't want my weight to hold me back from enjoying life with my kids. And it was just, I was crying. And it's like, she lost hundreds of pounds, and she actually won this big competition and won like $100,000, which was awesome. But it was just like, that's what it's about. It's about helping people. And it's so fun to be a part of a journey when someone comes back and they're like, I fit into these pants, or I felt so strong when I went and did this, or felt way more confident. I didn't let it hold me back. I enjoyed being in the pictures with my kids, or having fun with friends, or whatever. And it's just fun to like know that you helped them, like you were part of that, and it's fun. So I will say one more thing before we get into like kind of the technical, what does like day to day look like for a coach. But Also, the cool thing about Beachbody coaching is you can help people in health and fitness without being like an expert at it. You don't have to be a nutritionist. You don't have to be a personal trainer. Trainer. You can be, but you don't have to be. And the cool thing is like Beachbody's done all the research for you. They have
they're
like
doing so much.
Yeah, they have like
years and years and years of research.
Yeah, and tons of time creating these workouts. They know they work. They put nutrition plans with them that work and maximize results. They have incredible supplements and snack bars and Shakeology and things like that. Like we're drinking the all natural pre-workout. It's amazing. It's but like they're so integrous to what they do. When you go hear like the you see a nutritionist doctor on staff talk about these products, it's like they're so integrous to the formulation of this stuff. Like it's all natural, plant-based. Like it's like they go to the best source possible and they give you these products. And so they give you all the tools you need to just like give them to people. You're just like, I have everything you need here. Do this. You get to like encourage them and coach them and be a support system for them and create that community for them without having to be the one over here like creating the workouts and getting the meal plan done, because like we don't have time for all that. And you get to go deeper with people, and that's what I love about it. I love being able to go deeper with people and be like, what is like the real issue here? Like how can we get past this? How can we do this? How can we stay dedicated? And just encourage people. And so it's just fun to know that like you're partnering with a company that does amazing things, provides all these resources for you to really change lives. So it's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what does a day in the life of a coach look like? Like how much time do you have to put into this to make it a business?
I would say there's pockets of time in everyone's day. I mean, your calendar is your boss. And so if you were to look at your calendar, if you have nothing on your calendar, then what are you doing with your time? Yeah. I mean, and so I mean I really do think if you were able to sit down and like
write out everything
you do, you're gonna find 5, 10, 15-minute pockets where you could be sharing Beachbody, or even if you had 30 minutes, you could be doing the workouts of Beachbody.
Yeah.
And I mean, it doesn't take that much time. How much time do we commit? We do kind of on a part-time basis. I mean, you can do as much as you want, and as fast as you want. We have really big goals, and so we are giving a lot of time and energy to this. And so, but I mean, I've seen full-time dads, full-time single dads, 3 kids. Craig coming to me he's working full-time dad. 3 kids, 300 pounds. Lost 132 pounds.
So he's working out. He's doing the business.
He's
changed his whole family's life.
Yeah, changed his whole family's life. And so, I mean, he's doing it, and he has a huge team, and he's very successful. And so,
so if you even have like a little bit of a desire, you can do this. And like, just imagine like the little bit of time that you take, like, and you kind of look on, like that could be time
when you're
used,
scrolling. I mean, it's
we have time, right? And for us, like you said, we work it in pockets of the day. So like for me, I am a stay-at-home mom. I'm a work-from-home mom. So different days look different, but I really try to keep it balanced, to spend intentional time with my kids, and then get intentional work time done.
She does, yeah.
And so like some days, like yesterday, I was like, okay, I know we're gonna I want to spend more time with my kids, and we have a pool now, so we want to be out here outside more. It's summer. So I was like, okay, I'm going to get up early. So yesterday I sacrificed my sleep and I got up at 6 a.m. and I got work done, and I was able to spend time with them. And then when they nap, I got like 2 hours of work done, but like for some people it can just be like little pockets. Like you can do everything from your phone. And the cool thing about it is none of our coaches come into this and are just like, okay, go run your business out, go do it. Like, no, we do it all together. So what we do as a coaching team, and you're welcome to do this with us, or you are welcome to do your own thing, but we do a lot of free groups. So maybe you're in here because you've been in one of our free groups before, but we do that so that we invite people in for free. They get to try the Beachbody workouts. They get to see what an accountability group looks like. They get some free recipes, some fun, maybe some prizes. And we do this to kind of show them a peek into like what our full-time, like year-long online accountability fitness group looks like. But we also do it just to give them free content, to love on people, to get them started, to encourage them. And so that's where it takes away the selling part, because you're just like, hey, come do this for free, come try it. These workouts work for me. Like I do these every day while my kids nap. I work out usually, and so it's like it just works. Like working out in a gym does not work for everyone in our lifestyle, in our day and age. Like we are so busy.
Oh gosh,
people's lives. Like we have young kids. Like I can't imagine
to the gym, it gives me a headache. I mean, we live 2 blocks from a gym. And
it still seems impossible because we work, or like the end of the day, and it's like you don't want to leave your family. And so to be able to do this, to sacrifice 30 minutes, some of these workouts are 20 minutes, like anyone can do this if they just have the right support system. And when you are a Beachbody coach, you're offering them not only a workout membership of all of these workouts, over 700 workouts. You're offering them a one-on-one coach. Workouts. That would be you. That would be us. You're offering them an online fitness community, an accountability group. You're offering them meal plans, fitness or nutrition plans, tons of recipes, supplements and things like that. So you're offering them the whole package for like crazy price. When you break down some of the prices for some of the packages, it's literally like $13, $16, $18 a month, which is cheaper than any gym, and you get all of that. And so, what was I saying? I just lost it.
You were going about gyms. You were going about...
Well, I forgot. Go ahead.
That's all right. No, I'll just say, I'll just say that the opportunity of being involved with Beachbody, I mean, they spend $100 million in marketing a year. And so you don't have to sit down and try to recreate all the, the photos or the dialogue or the content. It's all, they literally have everything on the website. You just like copy paste, push it out. Obviously
basic.
That's the basic. Obviously there has to be some authenticity with it, as far as even sharing your story. But as far as Beachbody, you don't have to recreate the wheel.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to
I know, I was going to say. So you don't have to do it all by yourself, kind of going into that. We do it as a team.
Yourself,
so we do the free groups. That's where I was at. We do free groups. We get people in, and then we say, like, do you want to do this all year? Do you want to try it? There's a 30-day money-back guarantee with all of Beachbody stuff, which is huge. Like, Beachbody owns their stuff. They know, like, this is real. This is changing lives. Like, if it doesn't work for you, give it back. It's okay. Like,
and we'll give you your money back.
Yeah, and it's like, okay. And
you can actually have 30 days of free products. Use all of it.
Yeah, you can use the entire bag of Shakeology and send it back.
Send it back, and they will write you a check for that bag back.
And so it's like if you went to a smoothie place every day for 30 days, and then you came back and said, I didn't really like those, I want my money back.
It's not going to happen.
That, right? The same thing. So it's just a great system, but you don't have to do it alone. So we do the free groups together. We run our boot camps together. We encourage one another. We do trainings for our team all the time. If you joined our team, we do a new coach mentorship to get you started, to teach you about it. We walk you through it. We do one-on-one phone calls. We want you to be successful. We want to help you do this, and you can. And so don't think like you're jumping in and you're doing it all alone. And going back to like being authentic and sharing your story, I just want to say like each of us have a story. And like some people just like doubt their own story so much and the power of your story, but you have a story that is going to reach people if you're willing to share it. Like all it takes is just getting over a little fear and being willing to share your story. And I know some people like, you think, well, like, why wouldn't people just work out with us since we are already doing it? I'm a fitness instructor, blah, blah, blah. But it's like, people are going to connect with you that would never connect with me. And it's just the way we work. Like, people just connect with different people's stories. Like, parts of your story will connect with certain people on purpose. And so, like, you being willing to do that can literally change someone's life.
And there's only
just by saying
there's
yes.
only 20% of people that are living a healthy and fit life. Truly a health.
In America, it's like so many people are struggling.
Only 20% are actually committed to taking care of their health.
Yeah.
And you think 80% of where you're at? How many? That's.
And a lot of people think like, well, there's so many Beachbody coaches, because there are a lot, but
there's really.
How many people are there that are looking for a solution for their lack of good health? Right? Like, someone gave me this example once of like, if you sit in a conversation with a group for too long, you don't have to be the one to bring it up. Health and fitness, exercise, eating well will come up. Like, just test it out. Next time you're in a group, just sit back and wait. It will come up. It always does. It's like people are looking. You're just offering them a solution that works for you, and you want to offer it to people. It's like going to get something awesome done to your car for a great price, and you're like, you should go get this done. It's going to fix your solution for your car, and it was a great price. Like, same thing. And so let's talk about, sorry, we have a little friend here. He just woke up from his nap.
I didn't know where y'all were.
I know, we're out here.
You were just hiding.
Yeah, we're going to do this video, okay? So the next question we get a lot of times is like, can you actually make money with this? And I just want to say, like, one, look at our picture that we posted. It's our true, like, progression of income that we've made over since we started Beachbody. And we have full belief, like, okay, that we're going to make even more and it's going to grow. And we're dreaming for big stuff. And so like you can. And so just to start off, I'll just say basic, like you make 25% of what people buy from you with Beachbody, with tons of bonuses, tons of availability to make money. And it's not like a company where only the top people make money. Like so many Beachbody coaches, if you look on Instagram, like they're making good amounts of money, and we've seen it, and like it's just growing. And like I make over almost getting close to double what I used to make working full time, but like over what I made full time now. It's just amazing. And so like there's full potential to make money, whether you want to just make $200 a month to have a little extra money, whether you want to make $500 a month to pay your student loans, or whether you want to make a full income, full income plus to like take over your job. Like you can do it. Like,
and the reality is that there are coaches that started exactly where you're sitting at right now, who decided to say yes and take that leap of faith, and who say hi real quick.
Hi.
They can't see you.
Okay. I'll be all done. Go.
Who started exactly where you're at, sitting, wondering, questioning, is this right for me? You know, could I do this? You know, is this really going to change my life? Is this really going to impact? And they took that chance, and they are exceeding their expectations and making tens of thousands of dollars per month, and doing the simple steps to become successful in this. Yeah. It's really very simple steps and basic steps that they're committed to every day, whether it's sharing their story every day, whether it's using the product every day, whether it's inviting other coaches or other people to join their team or use the products. Whether it is personal development and taking the time to really invest in themselves. They're doing small things that have gotten to where they are now, and so.
And that's something Beachbody really breaks it down for you. They have 4 vital behaviors, and if you watch like top coaches, they're doing these 4 things every single day. And I'm just gonna run through them real quick. We teach this way more to our coaches, but I'm just gonna say it's being a proof that the product works. So you're working out, you're drinking your Shakeology, you're showing like I'm investing in my own health, which you want that, right? You want to be like investing in your own health to help others. You don't have to be perfect. Don't hear me say that, but you just have to be working on yourself and showing that I'm doing this and it's working for me. It's inviting people. Invite. And we like to say invite, invest, invite, because a lot of it is investing in people's lives. So you're inviting people into the coaching opportunity. You're inviting people to do these workouts with you and see how they can change their life, and you're investing in people's journey. The next one is personal development. So it's a huge piece in the Beachbody community to be feeding yourself, and I like to look at it as spiritual, business, mental, whatever, like whether it's a podcast, an audiobook, a book, you're doing something to fuel yourself, and you're feeding yourself positivity. You're having a positive outlook, positive mindset in life, and it just goes it's huge. And then the last one is just recognizing people and shouting people out. And so being about other people and acknowledging other people's successes and their things they've overcome. And so those are the 4 vital behaviors that Beachbody does. And I think we'll get close to ending this, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I just want to say for this, be careful, Z. I just want to say for the final thing is just think and ask your question, why not you? If you have any inclination of just dreaming or wanting a little bit more in life, like you were made for more, and why not you? Like you look at top Beachbody coaches, they were just normal people, like whether they were a parent or just a person who cared about health and fitness, or maybe they were just a person who worked out and like loved the workout and were like, I could see how this would change my life. Let me help other people do it and share it. Like, we will teach you how to do all the basic stuff that you need to do. You don't have to have it all figured out. You don't even have to know how to do social media or do it well. We'll teach you all that. Like, that's teachable stuff. That's easy. You just have to be willing to say, yeah, okay, I'll share my journey. Like, and be willing to share with people and show people and be vulnerable about your journey and talk about like, man, this is hard for me, and like, this is what I struggle with, or like, this is what I'm overcoming, or whatever. But why not you? You have full potential to make this amazing and do the things that you desire with it. So we would love to do this with you. We would love to invite you into this journey with us and to be a part of Team Leave Your Legacy. And so stay tuned. Tomorrow, Rachel's going to share her story about how she started as a Beachbody coach when she started her own health journey. She hadn't made it. She hadn't hit her goals yet, but she dived in and knowing like, okay, I can help people on this. And she was brave and did that. So she's gonna share that tomorrow. Then we'll be back with you for a quick video on Sunday talking about how to become a Beachbody coach, how much money it costs, things like that. And so I will just say that if you've been shared about like any challenge pack with you about how to get like Beachbody On Demand access, Shakeology, things like that, the price for becoming a coach is the exact same price.
Yep.
So easy, and you get all that stuff for it. It's like you're just like exchanging, you're just becoming a coach and getting all this stuff. So
last thing I'll say is if what you're doing in life hasn't gotten you to where you want to be, or it doesn't have the potential to get you to where you want to be, then it's time for change. And there's potential with Beachbody to get that change. And so the online fitness community and wellness community gives you that huge opportunity for this. So
yeah,
I want to encourage you just to think about that. Hey-o!
Son.
So really do thank you for your time and just everything that you've sacrificed to listen to us, whether it's during a nap time or whatever, or
during lunchtime,
whatever it is. Thanks for jumping on. If you're just now getting on, please go back and check out the beginning of our story, kind of how we started.
And if you have any questions, let us know. We can answer them one-on-one, or we can answer them in a video on Sunday, something.
And most of if you're on and you've been on for a while, does this make sense? I mean,
if you have a question, or if you're on, give us a thumbs up. That, like, this is good. You're getting it. You're hearing it.
Appreciate it.
See a little.
That's awesome.
Yeah, thanks. And so if you have questions, let us know, or reach out to the coach that invited you to this. But we're excited and we're thankful that you jumped on with us. And we hope you'll have a great Friday.
You're awesome.
And stay tuned for a video tomorrow.
Peace.
Bye.
We do this as a family too, by the way. Like, our kids are always around. So, make it work. Little pockets of your day.